What a way to finish a huge day of competition here at the Rip Curl Rottnest Search, presented by Corona. Strickland Bay coming to the party. The world's best stepping things up. Here's what our finals bracket looks like. Aussies will fight it out in semi-1. And now we're going to see who'll come up against Medina between Italo Ferreira and Yago Dora. Both these surfers showing great form on their road through to this quarterfinal clash. Italo, so much speed, hammering down the line, goes for the big rotation. He'll stick it, has more to give. Glides through a little setup carve here, just waiting to see if there's something else to bash on the inside. Finds it and clips the section.
Well, he leaves nothing on any of his waves. He will milk these things. Yeah, well, he's just a hog, really, isn't he? He's just milking every bit of energy out of the wave. Have a look at the rotation. Nice and clean. Readjusts the feet and goes, hang on a minute, there's another little ledge down here. I'll just give it a little belt to finish that one off.
Yeah, just remarkable, his rise, not just in the lineup, but just his rise to world champion has been so fun to watch. He's always had that high energy, but his confidence is just soaring at the moment. He can go for just about any move he wants and believes that he's going to stick it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, here we go. Yago.
Let's see if Yago can keep his composure against the 2019 world champ. Looking for a big answer here. Love that release in the tail. Brings it through to the inside. Just gets a little bogged down on the landing there. But we're waiting on the numbers from that opening exchange. High octane surfing, high energy out there in the competitors area. It's amazing that, you know, I think he's able to keep it all together when he's surfing in these later heats in a big day of competition, because he's here from first light. Not going to get much out of this, but out the back, Italo just goes skidding through that big front side carve, comes through to the inside, super inverted. Not going to hang on to this one. You could see how turbulent the exit was on that maneuver, and not even the 2019 world champ could get clear of the white water. Well, 6.17 was the score for Italo on his first ride. Yago had a 4.67 on his second. Well, let's have another look at that last wave for Italo.
Yeah, just drives hard through that first turn. And the second one here, you can see just paused off the bottom for a moment, eyed off the lip, and then he kind of went, no, I'm not ready yet. And then he took his mark.
Had a big exchange on the outside. Italo starting to flare up, Rich.
Yeah, look at this layback hack to start things off, streaking down the line. We knew it was going to the air. And just a huge alley-oop on that final section. Sort
of reinvigorated him. He hasn't lost anything in saying that. He has been in title contention for 6 consecutive years, but during that interview,
you know, they've got a really good partnership there, and we're chatting to Andy King, as it looks like Yago's going to take off on this one.
Needs to turn this into big points, because Italo's starting to creep away. Nice carve to get started. Gets up into the pocket again, bit more of a vertical approach, and now goes and swings that tail right around and grabs the rail for some control. A much better ride, start to finish for Yago. Great variation, should score pretty well.
Let's check the replay. So a good looking wave from the takeoff here. And just a swooping carve to start things off. Love the extension out of that one. And that transition straight into that second turn. And then throws a bit of flair on those final 2 turns. That third in particular just slides the tail out. Trying to keep control in these bumpy sections. And a great carve there. That back arm just acting as a pendulum weight. Driving through the turn.
That one slower one that let me jam a couple. My first one was good. I felt like when I watch it back, I feel like I might have left a little meat on the bones, but the second section really laid down, so didn't do what I thought I was going to. But yeah, it was fun. It just, bummer it went a little slow, but maybe it played into my favor. I just need to get lucky with one at the end.
Italo's got to watch himself here.
Yeah, he's made a heat of it, but here comes the counter punch from Italo.
The first goal for Italo. Load up heaps of speed. Big section coming his way. And he is so close to sticking. A monster air, definitely the biggest that we would have seen at Strickland Bay so far. He had a few big ones here in the free surfing sessions.
That we really saw in competition out onto the flats, and since then the likes of Gabriel and Philippe, and also Italo, of course, they've been adopting that one, and they've brought it right into their package.
Well, Yago's going to try and get in the mix here. Loads up the speed, takes to the sky. I thought for a moment he was going to ride out of that thing.
He jumped down the elevator shaft as well, just getting hammered by the trough. There's so much power at the end of these waves here.
Have an element of composure here too, because he hasn't yet sort of established a big enough lead to maybe keep attempting these big airs, but you know he's going to.
Whoa.
Another big effort on the projection, trying to get out in front of that wave. Unsuccessful again, so he's had a few shots at it now, but Yago Dora's only after a 5.87. Just over 11 minutes to go, and Yago with a good looking wave standing up at the moment, drops to the bottom. He's going to attack this first section. Nice hit off the top. Couple of tricky ramps to deal with, and he's going to go down. But it was a nice first turn, just couldn't stick the end section. Morgan Siblick will take on the wild card, Liam O'Brien.
Wow, here we go.
Yago Dora gets his opportunity here after a 5.87 out of this ride. Good section to work with here, drives up into it, swings the reverse, creeps forward on his board for a moment, but gets back on the tail pad quickly to squeeze in one last turn.
Let's have a look at the replay here, break it on down. So, nice wrapping snap to start things off. Then gets the little blowtail reverse. Comes down this little section here. So just the two-turn combination. The water angle. Nice carve. Gets so low. Taller guy. Up around the 6 foot, maybe even 6'1". But his boards rides them slightly longer than some of the other competitors on tour, up around the 6 foot. That's what Yago's going to do. He's going to have to sell him on this one first and hope that there's a second. But Italo might extend his lead.
Drives off the bottom into the first section. Leans on the rail. Nice carve to get started. And then explodes through the roof, setting the fins free for a moment. A tricky end section on this ride. He drops over that step. And he pumps his fist in celebration, but with 40 seconds to go, well, he is buzzing, and for good reason. We're going to see the current world number 1 and 2 fight it out in the semis for a spot in the final at the Rip Curl Rottnest Search, presented by Corona.
Well, firstly, thanks for such an entertaining heat to you and Yago. But are you okay? Some big slams in that heat.
Yeah, I know, Yago. It's a hard guy to compete, you know, and I tried to go like big, and I fell on the bigger one, but on the end of the game, I got a couple waves and play the game, you know, and put some pressure on beginning of the heat, and yeah, it has been fun, and I can't wait for the next one.
How happy were you to see a one-wave set at the end there?
Yeah, that's 2 more in a row, so yeah, let's go. Excited.
Is that something you've been working on, playing the game a little better? Obviously, we know how exciting you are when the wave comes, but in the slower heats, obviously that's a different strategy.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard because you try to just make a couple little turns and make the points, you know, but when you have wave, we can try anything we want, you know, and sometimes it's hard, but that last hit was kind of slow, but me and Yago create something different on the small waves, and yeah, it was fun.
You know, that leads me to my next question. Is it nice to surf against a surfer who ultimately has the same strategy as you? Go big or go home?
It's nice because it pushed me a lot, you know. This is motivating me every single day, you know. Me and Yago, we always on a first surfing on the water, you know, surfing every single day and try to get better every day, and has been super fun, and it's nice to have those guys on the world tour and also pushing me a lot and motivating me, yeah.
Best of luck for the finals day, and thanks for the awesome show.
Thanks, guys.
Well done for Italo Ferreira.